Hello and welcome to this training. We are going on with the series that we have dubbed Dare to Lead Circle, Scaling Your Leadership Capacity, and we are going to talk how you can evolve as a leader to be able to achieve results, and not only achieve results, leave a legacy. And for those who don't know me yet, my name is Triza Kuka. I'm the leader and founder of Pinnacle Executive Coaching. My mission is to influence personal and corporate cultures. I do this mainly through a digital platform where through coaching, through trainings, I'm able to help executives of any scale, team leaders, supervisors, business owners, individuals and teams to discover how effective leaders always outperform ineffective leaders every time, and how they can become one of the leaders inside my Dare to Lead circle. As you know, I'm a working executive myself, and I understand perfectly how it can be so challenging to juggle so many different things at once. I used to go through also constant work stress arising from being too results driven and highly critical as a leader. And in a bid to improve myself, I began the journey to know how I can scale up my own leadership capacity, and I got this through being coached. And for now, I believe that there's a new executive, which is you, who will evolve to be an empowered executive. An executive who has crystal clear focus, who feels in control, who has mastered the art of having courageous conversations, who manages skillfully your team dynamics, and you're a confident decision maker. You achieve outstanding results as a leader. I'm sure this is what you want to see yourself being as a leader. So if you're feeling overwhelmed with the demands of your role, occasionally leading you to feeling inadequate or to doubt yourself, then this is for you. If you're not feeling connected enough to your team, or even if you feel that maybe your team is trying to sabotage you, if your habitual ways and mindsets are set to playing safe rather than taking calculated risks as a leader, if you're bound by fear of failure, or you're too stressed and you're lacking balance, then this is your time. This is your time to connect, to be able to create that sense of stability, to pave a way for courageous leadership that will enable you to evolve, create impact, achieve results, and not only that, leave a legacy where people can look up to you as a mentor and seek you out, And this is why I created this Dare to Lead circle. So what's our agenda today? Our agenda today is to be able to look at the fourth component, evolve. How do you evolve as a leader? So today I want to ask you, you might be going through a crisis, or you just want to achieve that success, and you wonder, how can I be remembered as a leader? A crisis is really a make or break moment, and sometimes we go through these situations in our leadership journey where we wonder, are we doing anything impactful that will make us be remembered? A crisis can be described also as an event that interrupts an organizational normal operation. It could be small scale, it could be large scale. If it's a small scale issue, it could be maybe internal. Maybe you've just failed to secure your daily processes in a way that makes you not able to achieve your demands as an organization. You're not able to achieve what your clients expect from you. You're not able to achieve the organizational goals. It could be something that is external. We remember the COVID situation. It was external and it affected us in our businesses, in our jobs, in our careers. It could be a natural disaster. It could be anything, But all this really stretch you out as a leader. And so you might be wondering, in your own capacity, maybe this is where you are right now. You're wondering, as a leader, my genuine desire is to create change, make impact, and leave a legacy. But you're wondering, are you you seem to be far from your goals and targets, and you're wondering, how can I evolve to be that leader who can actually achieve that impact that makes your team look out to you for guidance and mentorship and direction? Are you someone who is just focused on just getting through your day? Or do you only have a plan for a week at a time? And everything around you seems too hectic. You always seem to be running out of breath. You're always seeming to be struggling to put out fires. Are you always focusing on urgent and unimportant things, while your strategic important things are stagnant? They are not getting done. And this creates a crisis after a crisis, because if you're not able to focus on your important and strategic things, then eventually you get into a crisis. Everything becomes urgent. Probably you're just at a place where issuing commands, get this done, but you're not guiding and helping your team to grow. And you're feeling really totally vexed out because things are not working as they should be working for you. The place where you want to be is a place where you can be able to lead effectively during a crisis, and you can be also able to manage effectively the crisis. The biggest problem I see in my experience is that leaders usually focus too narrowly and too short term. While this may be necessary at times because you need to ensure your immediate survival and to solve a crisis, perhaps it has become just too ingrained. You're always feeling that you're running out of breath. Maybe you're just someone who is focused on just getting through a day. You cannot even plan for more than a week because everything is too hectic and you're always putting out fires, as I've said. The challenge here is that as a leader, you'll not be able to take into account a broader network of views that can enable you to change your short-term crisis into long-term solutions, or simply you become constricted to always dealing with the urgent and unimportant issues instead of dealing with long-term strategic items for growth, for networking, for building relationships which extend beyond the bounds of your organization. So what I would propose for you as a leader, if you want to take your leadership to the next level, you need to step back from the urgency to fix the current crisis and ask yourself questions like this. How can I break free from this prison, of always being in a crisis, always being in a fast-paced world where I cannot breathe, where I am always in a rat race, and be able to be that unforgettable leader? How can I manage change? How can I manage my stakeholders? How can I manage my relationships? How can I manage the politics within the organization? How can I get the buy-in from other departments, groups, or individuals? How can I benefit from having a winning team? Can you imagine the benefits of having the tactics to manage all this? It will remove your fear of crisis. It will help you to manage performance challenges. It will help you to know exactly how to network and how to get those key people who can speak on your behalf behind closed boardrooms, so that you can achieve solid impact as a leader and be remembered long after you're gone, And I know this is where you would want to be. So for us, in Pinnacle Executive Coaching, our mission is to help you to know how to manage a crisis, how you can be able to get in the immediate short-term response, and then now go into crisis leadership, where you can go into long-term planning. And I'm sure if you've thought of anything that I said resonates with you, the ideal place where you'd want to be is a place where you have stopped second-guessing yourself. You are confident as an executive who has crystal clear focus and a strategy on how to manage your leadership demands. As in, you're able to know all your strategy management, you have the confidence, you can be able to show up and provide leadership. Where do you want to be as a leader? You want to be empowered as a leader so that you can thrive in any crisis that occurs. And actually, the main goal is to minimize such occurrences for the future. So you want to be a leader, and this is where I offer myself to be able to coach you to reach that level. I'm able to coach you so that you can be aware of how to lead through a crisis and know that that is more than just managing unusual events. It's actually planning for the long term. I want to coach you to be in a place where you can be able to plan for different situations, where you can be able to simulate different scenarios and be able to be a creative leader who can be able to navigate things that will be unexpected that could come up in the future. I want to coach you to be able to be in a place where you can be able to communicate with all your stakeholders comfortably. You can talk to that person who is at the door, and you can talk in the boardroom, and you can be comfortable in any sphere. I want to coach you to be a place where you are proactive rather than reactive. You're able to look at a crisis as an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to transform. How would you feel if that is where you would be operating from on a daily basis? But if you're not here yet, if this is not your current reality, then it means that you are groping in the dark as a leader and you're just not self-aware. It means you're lacking options and the needful tools to equip you as a leader to be able to manage any crisis. It means your time management skills are simply wanting and you're always running out of breath. And it means, sadly, you will not be able to achieve impact and leave a legacy. And I know that is not what you desire. So what are the risks if you continue in this state? I've always said ineffective leadership is very costly. It will always impact the bottom line, your staff morale, and your organizational productivity. Poor leadership culture contributes to very low retention rates. It contributes to a low or poor emotional well-being of your employees or the staff in an organization, and it plays a factor in employee engagement. People disengage. People don't leave organizations, they leave other people, mostly. So that means if you're in this situation, you're really at a high risk and ultimately your leadership is not working for you and you have unrealistic expectations if you think that something will just change without you doing something. And therefore, that's why I come to you with my impact and legacy strategy. In my impact and legacy strategy, it's a module where we say we dare you to evolve. We dare you to rise to an empowered state where you can be able to review yourself, your team, and your organizational growth that will lead you to a place where you can be able to achieve impact and legacy. So how do leaders scale leadership? Leaders actually scale leadership. We look at it from starting with you yourself. You cannot develop others or teach others where you have not also gone if you really want to be effective. So start with empowering yourself as a leader, then move to developing your team, and then build a leadership system for perpetuity. I'm a certified coach with the leadership circle, and through various tools that we have, we are able to do a 360-degree awareness evaluation for you, and then we can be able to show you how you can scale this so that you can have systemic growth from yourself, your team, to the whole organization. And in this way, you can be able to achieve impact and you can be able to leave a legacy as a leader. The other thing that we do when we are looking at this, how do you grow up and scale conscious leadership? We look at it in a way that you have to be able to be a creative leader, not a reactive leader. we look at a way in which you can be able to deepen your relationship. This is how you can be able to grow your team. And we look at how you can be able to achieve higher purpose. Because leadership, if you're looking at it, that I want to make impact, that will actually create a difference in society and in everyone I'm interacting with, then it means you have to have a higher purpose. You have to know this is not about me, about just driving a fancy car, about just having that good salary, which is very important, and you have to achieve that as a baseline. But it means that you have to go beyond to be able to impact someone else. So when we are creative as leaders, we actually are focused on mission, on purpose, on the things we love and care about. We focus on what is long term, and we strive to build that for ourselves and for our teams and for our organizations. When we think of deep relationships, we are thinking of how we can truly collaborate with others and play in a win mindset. We want to be engaging, we want to inspire, we want to unleash potential. There are people who will always come to you and they are not able to even know the gifts that are in them. And it's you who can be able to look at them as a leader and tell them, I can see this gift in you, and you can push them, you can draw it out of them, and you can cause them to be unleashed, so to speak, and to be able to achieve things they couldn't even think or dream about. When you're thinking of higher purpose, you have to bring and develop your capacity so that as a leader, you're less dependent on the outside for validation. Because if you're a person who is just looking to please people, you actually will not be able to move at the capacity of a leader who has a higher purpose. So you're able to develop confidence, you're able to come up with a strategy, and you're able to empower yourself so that you can truly believe in yourself. You can take calculated risks and go for it to achieve that higher purpose. You can be able to be autonomous without fear, but also do it in a way that is not aggressive and is not looking at self-preservation, but is looking at creating a higher impact for all. And this is what we are able to help you to achieve when we are looking at the impact and strategy mindset. So having gone through all this, now you have a full clear picture of what my Dare to Lead circle brings to you. What are you thinking about doing? We have reviewed everything, and I'm inviting you to engage. Don't go back to your usual mold saying, I'm going to invest in training, I'm going to micromanage more, I'm going to get another workshop to study the same things I have been doing over and over. Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results is actually not going to work. Absolutely. You basically increasing your timelines, it is more expensive. You'd rather invest in coaching. So my call to you is get connected, engage with me. You can book a 15 minutes clarity call with me. It's free. I'll not charge you for anything, but I can be able on that call to just have a quick engagement to be able to find out what is your current biggest problem that you're experiencing. And I can be able to give you immediate advice to be able to know how you can fix it, how you can be able to just do one thing to, kickstart the whole process, even as you think about globally engaging in the full program that is available to offer, so that you can be able to discover what's not working, we can be able to affirm you, we can be able to recognize the options that you have, and we can be able to help you to evolve to be that leader who actually lives a strategy. So my call today is simple. Comment a clarity call or a 15 minutes call, and I'll be able to reach out to you. I'll be able to engage with you, and let's see what it comes up. Thank you so much for listening, and I'm looking forward to your engagement. Bye.